Have you ever pondered what makes your body move? The answer lies beneath your skin, in your muscles. Our bodies are intricate machines, with muscles serving as the driving force behind every movement we make, from the blink of an eye to running a marathon. Today, we're delving into the fascinating world of muscle anatomy and physiology. Muscles are not just about strength and speed. They are essential for our survival, enabling us to breathe, pump blood, and even digest food. There are 3 types of muscle tissue that make this all possible: skeletal, smooth, and cardiac. Skeletal muscles are what allow us to move and maintain posture. Smooth muscles control involuntary movements, like those in our digestive tract. Lastly, cardiac muscles are the powerhouse of our heart, making it beat tirelessly. By understanding how your muscles work, you can maximize your fitness potential and maintain a healthy body. To comprehend how muscles function, we first need to understand their structure. Let's begin with the muscle as a whole. Picture a muscle like a cable, made up of smaller wires, each of which is crucial to the cable's overall strength and flexibility. Similarly, a muscle is composed of bundles of smaller units, each with a unique role in muscle function. Delving into these units, we find that muscles are primarily formed of muscle fibers. These are elongated cells that contract in response to neurological signals. Within these muscle fibers, there are smaller strands known as myofibrils. Myofibrils consist of repeated sections of sarcomeres, the basic unit of muscle contraction. Now let's picture several muscle fibers bundled together. This bundle is what we call a fascicle. Fascicles are wrapped in a layer of connective tissue known as perimysium, and it's these fascicles, bundled together, that form the muscle we see and feel. But the role of connective tissue in muscle structure doesn't stop there. Each muscle fiber is also ensheathed in a layer of connective tissue, the endomysium, which provides protection and support. Collectively, the fascicles are encased in yet another layer of connective tissue, the epimysium, which maintains the shape and alignment of the muscle. So, what we have are muscle fibers bundled into fascicles, which together form the muscle. Each level is wrapped in a layer of connective tissue, providing support, protection, and a pathway for nerves and blood vessels. This intricate structure allows muscles to perform their primary function: contraction. When a muscle contracts, it's not just a single fiber that shortens. Instead, each sarcomere within the myofibrils contracts, causing the entire muscle fiber to shorten, and ultimately, the whole muscle to contract. This structure, from the microscopic sarcomeres to the visible muscle, is designed for one purpose: movement. Whether it's the blink of an eye, the beat of a heart, or the lift of a weight, it's this structure that makes it all possible. Now that we understand the structure of muscles, we can delve into how they work. Every movement you make, from blinking an eye to lifting a weight, is due to muscle contraction. So how exactly does this happen? Well, it all comes down to a process known as the sliding filament theory. This theory is a fundamental concept in understanding how muscles work. Think of your muscles as a railway system. The tracks are made up of long, thin structures called myofibrils. These myofibrils are composed of 2 types of protein filaments: actin and myosin. The actin filament is like a train track, while the myosin filament is like the train itself. When a muscle contracts, the myosin filaments slide along the actin filaments. This is made possible by the energy produced when a molecule called ATP, or adenosine triphosphate, is broken down. The myosin heads, which are like the wheels of the train, bind to the actin filaments, pull, then release and repeat the process. This continuous cycle causes the filaments to slide past each other, shortening the muscle and causing it to contract. But what triggers this process? Well, it all starts in your brain. When you decide to move, your brain sends an electrical signal down your nerves to your muscles. This signal triggers the release of calcium ions in the muscle cells. The calcium ions then bind to a protein on the actin filaments, revealing the binding sites for the myosin heads. Then, the sliding process begins. This mechanism is happening right now as you're listening to this. Every blink, every breath, every slight twitch of your finger is a result of countless myosin heads pulling on actin filaments, all powered by the breakdown of ATP. But it's not just about movement. Muscles also play other vital roles in our bodies. They help maintain posture, generate heat to keep us warm, and even aid in the circulation of blood throughout our bodies. So, every time you move, remember that there's a complex process happening beneath your skin. Understanding the function of muscles gives us a greater appreciation for the intricate machinery that is our body. Not all muscles are created equal. There are 3 types of muscle tissue in our bodies. Let's start with the skeletal muscles. They're the ones you probably think of when someone mentions muscles. They're attached to bones, controlled voluntarily, and they help us move and maintain our posture. Then we have the smooth muscles. Unlike skeletal muscles, these chaps work on their own without us having to think about them. They're found in the walls of organs and structures such as the esophagus, stomach, intestines, bronchi, uterus, urethra, blood vessels, and the iris of the eye. Their job: to slowly contract and relax, moving substances through the organ. Last, but certainly not least, are the cardiac muscles. These muscles are exclusive to the heart. They're the tireless workers that contract to pump blood out of the heart and then relax to let blood back in after it's circulated through the body. Each type of muscle tissue has a vital role in keeping our bodies functioning. So, we've taken a journey beneath the skin to understand our muscles. In our exploration, we've delved into the fascinating world of muscle anatomy and physiology. We've discovered that muscles are more than just the brawn that helps us lift heavy weights or run a marathon. They're complex structures, made up of intricate layers of fibers, each playing a unique role in how we move and function. We've learned about the different types of muscle tissues: skeletal, smooth, and cardiac. Each type, with its unique structure and function, contributes to the overall marvel that is our muscular system. From the skeletal muscles that enable us to perform voluntary movements, to the smooth muscles carrying out involuntary actions, and the cardiac muscle tirelessly pumping our heart. It's truly a marvel to realize the complexity and intricacy that lies beneath our skin. Next time you flex your muscles, remember the intricate structure and function that makes it possible.
Yeah.